Good morning. So you join me today as I do a bit of a chatty get ready with me. So I'm just gonna put my hair back out of the way because the last thing you want again is foundation in your hair. So how are you all so far this year? Well, I hope. But I've been watching Nadia Swalia and her husband Mark. Husband and her have been together about 13 years, I think, and he suffers from both alcoholism and addiction. And they were talking about how in our culture it's very easy for you to go, "Hi, how are you? Fine, and you?" Or like, "Good, and you?" It's never really expected that you'll put a truthful answer. It's almost like you're expected to be well or expected to be good. And sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed this, but sometimes if I do answer honestly, they look a bit like stunned, a bit taken back, because I'm like, I am shit actually. I haven't slept for 3 days, I've thrown up 22 times, and I went downstairs and there was a dog poo on the carpet this morning. No, I'm not fine or good or happy. I'm pissed off. But people were like, alright. So she started a series called How Are You Feeling? And they're on day 7 now, I think. And it's literally just him talking about how he feels throughout the day and stuff. And as somebody who's been touched by addiction and depression, both personally and with other people around me, I just think it's such a good video. It's so useful, and you know, things that aren't made enough, things like that aren't made enough. You know, there are lots of people out there who struggle day to day, and I think that we're all constantly chasing this thing, this normal, and everybody wants to be normal, but what is it? Who's found it? Because I don't know anyone who has. And I think, you know, with life on earth, there is always something. There's always going to be something that's like gets in the way or makes you mad, or, you know, there's always going to be something. And it's just learning to deal with those things as best as you can, I think. And I think learning to deal with those things without kind of like substances and things like that. And that you can get better from depression, you know, like the antidepressants are amazing. I myself have had depression since I was about 13. I had a lot of problems with it in my teenage years, an awful lot of problems. And let's just say a lot of people are worried about talking about their mental health, men included, men especially, because like they don't think that it should be talked about, or they think that they're weak or something like that, and it's not that at all. And you know, whether it's post-traumatic stress, whether it's just good old clinical depression, whether it's been brought on by events, whatever it is, if you feel down, your emotions are valid. And I think people need to remember that, because it's very easy to be like, oh, I didn't want to bother you because you've got so much going on. Well, yeah, but so is everybody, you know? So basically, it really got me thinking, and I think for me, me talking about my mental health is not a problem. I've been doing it for 10 years, you know, so it's really not a massive problem for me, and it's also a lot better than it was. And people say to me like, aren't you bothered about it? You're gonna have to like, take a tablet every day for the rest of your life. And not at all, doesn't bother me one iota. At the moment with the gastroparesis, I take about 19 medications a day, every day. So one more is not going to hurt. And also I feel like my mirtazapine, which is what I take, is like one of the most important ones on my tablets. And if I run out of those, I freak out, because I know that really it all starts with your mental health, doesn't it? Like when you're depressed, you don't want to do things, and you don't want to and if you have got a physical illness, you don't want to fight it, you can't be arsed. And you know, your mind is a very, very powerful thing. Hang on, I'm really far away. Your mind's a very, very powerful thing, and can get you through a lot of stuff, so you need to look after it to make sure that it can do that. Antidepressants as like a leveler. So when you take antidepressants, you're not immediately gonna be all happy and top of the world and amazing. You're gonna still feel things, and life is still gonna happen. You're not going an antidepressant to life, you know, like bad things are still gonna happen and good things are still gonna happen. The thing that I think the antidepressant does is it levels the playing field, because if you get up and you're already drained and exhausted from the depression, life itself is gonna be a million times worse. It always is. When you're tired or when you're sad, things always seem 5 million times worse than they do when you're not. Oh, sorry, just continuing on there. So basically all I was saying is, I feel like I'm quite happy to take a pill every day for the rest of my life if it means that I can tackle life as my best self. And some people have very, very different opinions on that, and I'm not saying that it's the right opinion. I'm just saying that for me, that was the right thing to do, was to go on the tablets, and it's helped me enormously. It really has. So sorry about all this rattling. I'm getting all my makeup out. So now it's the new year, so it's like the 6th now. I can't believe it's 2017. I just can't get over the fact that it's 2017 already. Where is the time going? Really, seriously, I've got no idea. It just seems to flash by, but the thing is, a lot of the times, like in the day when you're waiting for stuff, time seems to go so slowly. But then when you look back at it as like a collective, as like a whole, so like a year, it goes in like the blink of an eye. It really does. And I want kind of 2016 was almost a year of like trying to find myself again, and I think I did quite a good job of that. You know, I kind of have rebuilt myself quite a lot, because this time last year I was an absolute wreck, I was an absolute mess. So I've taken a lot of time this year to kind of focus on that and focus on feeling better and more myself. And while I wouldn't say I'm 100%, I'm definitely much better than I was. But I want 2017 to be different. I don't want this to just be a year of like stationary. I don't want to be in one place. I want to move forward. I want it to be like a year of growth. And I think that's what I'm going to call it. It's like my year of growth, because I want to explore, I want to expand who I am and what I see and the people I meet and things like that. And I really want to kind of try and push myself out of my comfort zone and see if I can do it and see if I enjoy it, because it's been a long time since I've done stuff like that. And you know, my confidence was so severely knocked when I got GP that I really haven't done a lot since. So this year I'm going to try really, really hard to make changes and do different things and stuff like that. I'm just looking for my eye pencil thing. I've got a, sorry about that, I've got a little, there it is, little mascara smoothie brush thing. I don't need that anymore, put that away. Sorry. Oh, what is my life? Oh no! Look, hang on, I'll show you. Look, my mum bought me this for Christmas and it's gorgeous, it's amazing, but look at all that, I've just knocked it all down. Hang on a second, you don't need to be here for this. I'll be back in one moment, I do apologise. And we are back, all reassembled, I'll show you. There. So I've got all my brushes, all my makeup remover, And then I've got some eye stuff and I've got some face stuff. So this is like my everyday makeup stand. So there you go. So yeah, I want 2017 to be a year. So this year I'm going to focus on more just like personal growth and growth of, you know, my work and my writing and my feeling. I don't know, I just want to grow and change and learn things this year rather than just kind of like surviving through it. So I'm excited, I am, and I'm going to plan some things and hopefully maybe get away for a few days somewhere. I'd love to go to Harry Potter World. I really, really want to go to Harry Potter World. I'm all the way back here now. I'd really love to go to Harry Potter World. That would be amazing. Oh, and like the one in America though, that would be incredible. But I'm quite happy to go to the Harry Potter Experience place in Kent, you know, where they have all the things from where they shot all the films and stuff. I'm completely Harry Potter mad, by the way. Absolutely Harry Potter mad. Everybody knows it. I've got so many variations of the books, and I've got audio books, and I've actually got Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter on tape, like the original, like from the original. Like I've got the story tapes that you used to put in your radio. Actually in this box next to me, but I'm not going to get it out because the TV's on top of it. And it's amazing. I love it. Audible. It's like a grown-up reading you to sleep bedtime story app. It's amazing, and I use it pretty much every night. And I also use it when I'm out and about in the day. I like to stomp around Reddit listening to Harry Potter. Eyebrows done. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a small brush and I'm gonna outline with a shadow. So I'm gonna go with this is kind of like a go-to look when I'm not sure what I want to wear or what I'm doing for the day. So basically I'm literally taking that shadow as close to the lash line as possible, so I have to talk and do eyeshadow eyeliner at the same time. Ridiculous. So I'm actually watching Cutting It at the moment. Do you remember that? It was on British TV. Sarah Parish was in it, Amanda Holden was in it, and it's about a woman, well, a couple who own a hairdressers in Manchester, which is amazing. And because it's filmed in Manchester, I'm always like, oh, do I know where they are? Can I see that? Can I see? And sometimes I do, and it gives me a real thrill. Do that with Cold Feet as well, that's another one. Anyway, so yeah, it's basically about a couple and they have a hairdressing salon, and then all of a sudden a new salon pops up across the road, but the owners aren't really who they say they are. It's really, really, really good. So I'm watching that at the moment. So I thought that I would just take a break and do my makeup and talk to you guys, and then probably go back to it. I took all my Christmas decorations down. I did some of it last week and I did some of it a couple of days ago. So we're all gone, which is really sad, but I've still got my fairy lights out and obviously my light up tree that I put baubles on for Christmas, but wasn't just bought for Christmas, that was bought for all year round because I like lights so much. So I still have fairy lights everywhere, which makes me quite happy. Now I'm going to attempt just a little bit of a wing, just a tiny, tiny bit. Just pull that out. There we go. So how was your holiday? I want to know, how was your Christmas? Did you do anything for New Year? I didn't actually do anything really for either of them. I stayed in my pyjamas all Christmas Day, which was absolutely delightful. Went and saw my dad and Jill, and then went and my brother spent the day with them and I spent the day with my mum, and we sat there in our onesies and we ate lots of Christmas food and we watched Christmas movies and we talked and we slept and we did very, very little, and it was absolutely lovely. And I managed to stay from Christmas Eve to Boxing Day, which we've never really been able to do before because we thought that the dogs wouldn't get on, because like Freya's so much older and she's so protective of me. I was convinced that my mum's dogs, like, they just wouldn't get on. And then one afternoon last year we just thought, you know what, we'll just give it a go. and it went really well. I'm not going to say that Freya loves them. She likes 2 of them. She likes Ruby and Harry, the older 2. But George, the puppy, who is absolutely tiny, she really doesn't like him. It's not that she growls at him or anything. It's just that every time he comes near her, she gets up and walks off. And every time I try and sort of like interact with him, she's there. Not very happy about that, but apart from that, they were all so good. So we managed to stay for the whole 3 days. And it was just so much fun being with my mum and being in a different house and a change of scenery, and yet having Freya there, because I feel incredibly guilty every time I go out and leave her alone. So it was really nice to have Christmas with her. Because beforehand we obviously couldn't, and Mum would have to go home to her house to look after her dogs, and I would do the same for me on Christmas Day night. But this year we all stayed together, so I think that's going to be a Christmas tradition from now on. My eyelash curlers are now upside down. Great. So I put a little bit of highlight in a corner, and I'm just going to curl the lashes. Curly curly, curly woo. It's not a very nice day today. It's very grey, it's very overcast, very foggy and murky looking. Like there's no it's just grey. It's just one of those grey days. And it's a Sunday and everything's really quiet. But I like Sundays. I am not really quiet, as you can tell. I'm surprised if you'll be able to hear me over anything in this video, because I'm just like all the time. I'm really sorry. Anyway. So I'm obsessed with lashes. Mascara is so good. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Mascara, and I'm so chuffed with it. I'm so impressed with it. I really am. I've got an eyelash in my eye. Perfect. Why? Rude. Anyway, sorry about that. Hair in the eye. I was just about to be like, no. I think we've got it out. I think we're safe, lads. We're on the other side. We're on the other side, boys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So, there we go. Eyes done. Poof. Mastered. Anyway. Lips. I think because the rest of me is quite conservative, I'm going to use this bad boy. This is a Ted Baker tinted lip balm. Doesn't tell you what the name is. It came in a set with a nail varnish that matches the colour. Ted Baker, yeah, that's the one it was. And my friend texted me and said, oh, it's a tinted balm. So the first time I was like, oh right, and just put it on. Looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my god, it's much more than a tinted balm. You know what I mean? Vaseline Rosy Lips is a tinted balm. This is a full-on like lipstick. And I don't do lipstick. But for some reason, this one I just really seem to like. There. All done. So that is my makeup for the day. Now, I don't know if I've said anything interesting at all in this video. Probably not. However, and now I've lost my hairbrush. What's wrong with me today? I don't know what's up with me. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this and that you've had a nice chatty get ready with me. This is, hold on. There we go. My finished look for the day. So, I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoyed this chatty get ready with me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.